All right, before we jump in, just got to get the usual but very important disclaimer out of the way. This is all for educational purposes only, and it is definitely not financial advice. Please always do your own research.
Okay, let's get right into it. If you've been following PLAZM, you know the last month has been, well, intense. The protocol's been going through a massive stress test, and that was on purpose, to see what this thing is really made of. But today, we're talking about the good part. We're looking at the light at the end of the tunnel, at what the world looks like after the storm passes.
And this is the number that matters most right now, 3. In just 3 more days, we hit day 118. And believe me, the entire rhythm, the entire feel of the protocol is about to change. Yeah, this 31-day storm, it was a deliberate trial by fire. It was designed to push every single part of the system to its absolute limit. And you know what? It's almost done. So here's the game plan for today. We're going to quickly look back at the storm we just came through, just to set the stage. Then we'll count down these last 3 days to what we're calling normalization. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, what these 80 days of calm will feel like, and what this new battle-tested protocol is all about. All right, first things first. Let's talk about the storm we weathered. Because to really get why the calm is so important, you have to appreciate how wild this storm actually was. And listen, this wasn't just a little rain. It was a full-on, month-long hurricane. We're talking about massive release days. I mean, look at this, 733,000 tokens on day 94. Almost 500,000 on day 114. Day after day, the protocol had to just absorb these huge waves of tokens. But here's the incredible part. Look at what happened when the pressure was on. Burns, that's tokens getting permanently zapped out of existence, shot up by almost 600%. And staking, the tokens people locked up to support the protocol, that jumped by 83%. So this is the key takeaway. The protocol didn't just bend, it got so much stronger. So let's put that in pictures. Before this all started, the supply was basically a 50-50 split. Half of it was liquid, kind of out in the open, and the other half was protected, locked away in things like staking. And now, look at this. This is the result of that transformation. Almost 3/4, 73% of the entire supply is now protected. The liquid part, it's down to just 27%. That is a massive, massive shift in the security and stability of the whole system. Okay, so the protocol is stronger than ever. How do we carry that momentum forward? Well, we're now in the final approach to normalization. Let's look at what these last 3 days have in store.
Here it is, the final countdown. Day 116 and 117. Yeah, they're the last couple of big release days. They're still significant, for sure, but honestly, the protocol has already proven it can handle way more than this. And then, boom, day 118. That's the milestone. The release amount drops way down to 189K, and we are officially normalized.
And I really can't stress this enough. Day 118 isn't just another day on the calendar. It is a fundamental shift in how this protocol operates day to day. The constant high alert, all hands on deck defense mode, it's over. So this great release drop sounds good, right? But what does it actually look like? Let's put some numbers to it so you can see what normalization really means. Whoa, okay, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got day 114, one of the last big storm days, 477,000 tokens. And on the right, that's what's coming on day 120, just 34,000 tokens. The scale of that drop is it's incredible. Let's boil it down to one number, a 93% reduction. We're talking about 93% less daily release swear pressure compared to what we just went through. This isn't a small tweak, it's a completely different world. And this table shows you it's not a one-day fluke. Just look at these numbers. Day 118 is a huge 60% drop right off the bat. The next day, it's down even more. And then you hit day 120, that crazy low number we just saw. The days after that, they stay down at these new, super manageable, and honestly, peaceful levels. And this is what it's all been leading up to. This is the big idea of this whole explainer. The long period of calm that's waiting for us on the other side. We're calling it the 80 days of clear skies. You heard that right, 80. For 80 straight days after day 122, the long-range forecast is clear. There are no more giant stress tests scheduled until all the way out on day 195. So what does that actually mean for everyone?
Well, it means the protocol's defenses can finally chill out and operate at a sustainable pace. It means the treasury pools can start focusing on growing and accumulating instead of constantly being deployed for defense. And for you, for participants, the focus can totally shift from just defending to actually compounding your yield. When you put all this together, you realize what's happened. The protocol coming out of this storm isn't the same one that went in. It has been tested, it's been proven, it's battle-hardened. This slide just nails the difference. We are officially moving out of storm mode. The constant action, the emergency burns, that feeling of uncertainty, and we're moving into sustainable mode. This is about preserving pools, steady and organic growth, and a real sense of confidence built on proof.
And this really is the bottom line, isn't it? The ideas behind the protocol, the anti-fragile design, the burn mechanics, all of it, it's not just theory anymore. It's not a white paper idea. We have 31 days of cold, hard data that shows this system works, and works well, under crazy pressure. This is now proven infrastructure.
Okay, so we've got a proven system. We've got clear skies ahead. So what's next? What does life after the storm actually look like on the ground? The path from here looks pretty clear and, honestly, really exciting. First, we've got a short stabilization phase. The system just gets to settle, catch its breath, and find its new rhythm. From there, we roll right into a true growth phase. This is where those 80 days of clear skies are going to be a game changer, letting new people come in and staking grow naturally. And all of that leads to the end goal, maturation, where PLAZM is just an established, sustainable protocol with a track record that speaks for itself.
So let's bring it all home. 3 days, then normalization, then 80 days of clear skies. The stress test wasn't the story. It was the proof. The story is what we build from here.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to this explainer. And just one last time, a quick reminder that all of this is for educational purposes. It is not financial advice. Please always do your own research and never risk more than you're willing to lose.